Okay, this is pretty cool. Okay. Okay, guys, we are live officially. I'm so excited for all of the new people who have joined my channel just recently over the past week. Thank you so much for being here and participating in the most craziest journey of your life, most life-changing journey of your life. So, I want to start with this one question. This guy commented on one of my videos the other day. He said, basically, he was struggling with weak nerves and a weak nervous system and having massive pain in his body. So, I want to touch on that. I want to touch on why it is that we go through that kind of experience. There's multiple reasons, but we're going to get into that. And just before I get into that, please be sure to put your questions in the live chat if you have any, or you can just vibe out. Yeah, and just enjoy the vibes. I've got some sage burning in the background. I cleared my healing room literally 10 minutes ago. So that way it's like nice and clear and high vibrational. So, yeah, okay. Let's talk about what causes nerve damage in the body. So, first things first is wounded feminine energy. In every single person on this planet, we have both masculine and feminine energy. On the right side of our body is where our masculine energy basically lives, and the left side is our feminine energy. And a lot of people are usually weak. They're weaker on their left side for a reason. Okay. And that is where a lot of people have nerve issues, nervous system problems, all kinds of stuff. So, one of the things that wounds feminine energy is EMF technology. For those of y'all who don't know what that is, EMF stands for electromagnetic frequencies. Our cell phones emit like a certain amount. I don't know what the hertz is or like the intensity of it, but we're constantly surrounded by them with our phones, our computers, our TVs, the 5G towers, and also, this is going to blow some of y'all's minds, there are hidden technologies literally up in the sky. I know it sounds fucking nuts, but I wouldn't be able to see them or be aware of them if my third eye wasn't all the way open. And so, actually, I want to tell y'all a story about how I discovered that technology in the first place. It's going to be such a wild story, but anyways, and so I'm trying to think what else. I know microwaves emit ionizing radiation. I know that from studying organic chemistry in university. Like, I was so good at chemistry. I don't even know why, but I think it has something to do with like my soul origin, like where I've been quite frequently in the universe and past incarnations. And so, anyway, yeah, I was super good at chemistry, and actually, I stopped using a microwave in university because of learning about ionizing radiation and how when you put your food in the microwave, it literally gets a certain dose, like a certain microdose of radiation. And then when you take it out, you go to consume that radiation. And we already get inundated with radiation from airplanes, different technologies, right, that don't serve our highest good, and just all kinds of stuff. Our phones emit radiation. And so, anyway, I think as of like right now, there's not like a lot of EMF protection or radiation protection like within mainstream society, which is why the best thing that we can do for now is just be conscious of protecting your energy. If you haven't seen my video, please go watch that. It's called How to Protect Your Energy, which basically means that you use your free will, your intentions to decide what energies and frequencies and beings can enter and penetrate your own energy. So also, a lot of people recommend wearing shungite, which shungite can help. It's just, I'm very sensitive to energies, first of all, and I've tried this. That's like another story too. I need to write down like all the stories I want to tell. So first of all, I want to talk about the EMF technology with past lifetime and EMF technology with prisons and actually, I don't know if that thing in the mountains was EMF technology, but I know the prison was. But anyway, so yeah, let me gather my thoughts. So let's start with how EMF technology wounds the feminine energy. I had this past lifetime in the Holocaust in Auschwitz. Like, I'm pretty sure that was where I previously incarnated before I carnated in this lifetime on planet Earth. And so anyway, they did all kinds of things, all kinds of different experiments on my soul in that lifetime, and one of them was EMF technology. And oh my god, it's kind of triggering to talk about. Kind of disturbing. I'm not going to go into depth with it, but basically, it wounded my feminine energy very deeply. And another thing I want to talk about is what it feels like to feel that technology and that radiation coming from that technology so extremely. I was watching this show called Escaping Polygamy. It was on like HBO Max or something like that. I can't remember. Or maybe it was Lifetime. Anyways, and so I grew up in South Carolina, zero knowledge of like LDS church, the Mormon religions, like all that kind of stuff. I didn't know anything about polygamists unless like somebody was like making fun of them, like, oh, haha, like you have like 5 wives kind of thing. Like, anyways. And so when I moved to Utah, my cousin, first of all, he asked me, he was like, do they have running water and electricity there? And I was like, yeah, they do. Like, it just goes to show how ignorant people are who have like never left their hometowns and like got out and experienced the world. And so anyway, um, and he made a comment about with polygamists, like, had I run into them or whatever. And I was like, I honestly don't know. Like, I don't know what they look like. I don't know what they wear. Like, I don't know. And anyways, I watched this show and I learned that there were mainstream polygamists and there are FLDS polygamists. Like, there's 2 different things, like 2 different groups. And basically, the mainstream polygamists, they go to this church. It's like more involved with like mainstream society. And it's called AUB. I can't remember the freaking name, but it's like A United Brethren. And they like, oh my god, I like did my Google research because I had to look up what the churches look like. Oh, they were so creepy. Like, the vibes it gave me like hella creeped me out. I felt major low vibrational energies, of course, which I tend to feel in all churches. Like, I typically tend to feel like very dark entities and like just super low vibrational energies. If I like pull up into a church parking lot or something, if I like miss the turn somewhere, oh, I can't stand it. But anyways, and so I told my mom, I was like, can we please go get in the car and like go stalk this church? Like, I really want to see what it looks like up close. And she was like, yeah, let's go. And so I found one. There was one 10 minutes away from my house. And we like go down this road. We like get off the highway and go down this road. It was like right past this like military center. I don't know if it's like the National Guard or whatever, but there's like a little concrete road that you just go down. And to the left was where their church was, the AUB church. And we couldn't even drive up to it because I literally saw the EMF technology like immediately when we got around the corner. So there was like a fence on the right-hand side. And once we got in front of the fence, both me and my mom felt the EMF technology stinging our face. But I saw it. It looked like I don't know how to describe it. It was like a bunch of like panels. Like, it looked like I don't know if you've ever like seen solar panels, but it looked like one massive panel on one side and another massive panel on another, and it had like little wiring like boards in it. Like, it was so weird looking. And I just saw like the energies and the frequencies like moving very rapidly, and they were just like blasting everybody that was coming down that road, like once you got close to the church. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, Mom, are you feeling this? I started freaking out. I was like, oh my god, it's like stinging my face. And she's like, yeah, I'm feeling it like right now too. And so I hauled ass. I literally like pulled a U-turn. I was like, I gotta get out of here. This is crazy. And so we were like clearing our energy and stuff. And I think there was another experience I had going into a neighborhood in Draper. Sometimes me and my mom just like to like go for car rides and stuff and just like drive around and like see where we live and get to know like the area and stuff. And so we did that one day. And we also drove into this neighborhood where there was EMF technology just like blasting at these houses. And I'm like, oh my God, they're fucking frying people over here. Like, why? Anyway, I went home and I channeled it. And basically, what EMF technology does, it mutates our DNA. It's literally, it causes genetic mutations. And I studied the different ones in university when I was studying chemistry and biology. But anyways, it's just so interesting to like have non-physical experiences with like my biology background, because it's like I know what's going on like physically. but getting all the answers non-physically, I'm like, why? Like, what is the purpose of that? And yeah, anyways, it just depends on what perspective you look at it. Like, there's higher perspectives of why we go through those kinds of situations and energies, but then like the lower perspective of like the emotional charge of it and getting involved with the polarity of it, of who's right and who's wrong in this scenario, which is like super deep, right? I'm not going to go there, but and then one time, another experience I had with EMF technology was I drove my old coworker to this prison because she needed a ride, and we get to like the gate, and there was like it was like a dirt road. I think it was a dirt road. I don't know. It was literally out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And we're going down this side road, and there's like a little metal gate to like the main prison road. And we drive through that gate, and my heart chakra just got so inundated with so much energy, like low vibrational energy. And I was like in the car, and I was like, oh my God, I have to back up. I have to get out of here. Like, we got to stop. And she was like sitting there like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on with you? You know? And I backed up, like I put the car in reverse, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know what just happened to me. Like, what the fuck was that? You know? And so like I drove through the gate again because I was like, I want to see if it like happens again. And of course it did. And it was just like so much EMF technology and radiation was literally hitting my heart chakra. Like, and then I knew in that moment that they were just frying those people in that prison with EMF technology and radiation. And it was like very sad. And the only reason why that energy triggered me was because I had wounds within me, within my soul, of EMF wounding. And so that EMF wounding can definitely take a toll on the wounded feminine energy, or sorry, in the feminine energy in the first place. And as it gets severely wounded like that, it makes a difference on our nerves, our nervous systems, our neural pathways getting blocked in the brain. I don't know if you guys are familiar with brain balancing, but it's where they balance both hemispheres of the brain. Unfortunately, when we go through a lot of severely traumatic past life trauma and childhood trauma, many other traumas that you're conscious of in this lifetime, a lot of your neural pathways can get blocked. And so what happens is your brain starts misfiring, and which can manifest into a whole host of other issues. But and that is why I always focus on incorporating that in my spiritual hygiene, which is balancing the feminine and the masculine energies. And I'm going to make videos, I'm going to make content on how to heal all of that shit out of your energy. So, yeah, that was kind of a lot, but very necessary because not a lot of people are aware of that. And unfortunately, not everyone's third eye is like super open to where they could see that technology floating in the sky. And I'm sure if everybody was aware of it, they'd be fucking pissed. I feel like there would be like a civil war, but anyways. Okay, next thing. The next thing that can really damage your nerves and your nervous system is childhood trauma. Now, there are many different things that we go through where we get traumatized in childhood. Um, one of those things is sexual abuse, okay, and that is that is tethered to the wounded theme of consciousness of violation. And so when we can severely, I think there's like 8 different themes of wounded consciousnesses, if that's even a word, and how it affects us, like depending on the scale of extremity of us experiencing that abuse within that wounded theme of consciousness can take a toll on our nerves and our nervous system and our feminine energy within. And so things like getting your basic needs severely neglected, not having a constant roof over your head, if you're constantly moving every home all over the place, that really causes a lot of disharmony in the root chakra because you don't have a strong foundation. You're constantly on the move. And so it's like every time your energy tries to like get grounded and settled into your reality, it's like you just up and leave and you move on to the next house or the next city or the next state. And it's really traumatic to the root chakra foundations. And it causes you to remain in survival and fear mode a lot longer, and really keeps you grounded in like just a survival mode based reality. Okay. So another thing is not getting adequate sleep at night, okay? Sleep deprivation really takes a hard toll on our nervous system and our nerves. I actually just learned this very recently, and ever since it came into my awareness, I'm like, I want to go to sleep. Like it like hits 10 p.m. and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go to bed. Like I can't stay up. Um, it's so funny. I can't stop thinking about it now. And so, anyways, developing a healthy sleep routine at night where you're getting at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. So I had a hard time. I still have a hard time of picking what time I want to go to sleep because like every night is different. Like I'm always doing something different in my days. And so, but I do make sure that I get 8 to 9 hours of sleep so that I don't have to go and like turn around and heal my nervous system all over again and just get stuck in this repetitive loop, right? And what else? Oh, yeah. Growing up in a childhood home of not having your consistent needs met, such as you don't have a decent meal to eat every night. You know, a can of beans is not considered a meal. Okay. Like that's not nutritious. Um, Having a well thought out dinner where you have, I don't know, I'm so elaborate and intricate with what I make because I love food. I have such a special relationship with food, I feel like. Where I'm like, okay, tonight I'm gonna make bison pasta with freshly shaved raw cheddar and add in some fresh parsley and saute some shallots with avocado oil. And, you know, I'm super elaborate with it, you know, and then I'm gonna pair that with maybe some bread or a nice mixed green salad with sliced heirloom tomatoes, red onion, herbs, all the things, right? Like I take my time with my food and I love it so much because food, really healthy food, really nourishing food, nourishes your feminine energy. Um, and so I grew up my entire life with very severely wounded feminine energy. And so you know, making all these elaborate meals and really taking my time with my food and like tasting it and nourishing myself, like it really feeds and nourishes my feminine energy within. Okay. Um, and so, yeah, also I want to talk about narcissistic abuse and how that causes nervous system trauma and it leads to this inverted polarity within yourself, which causes you to attract dysfunctional relationships. I have so much I could say about that. So I'm gonna have to like make separate videos on that because there's a lot to say with that. And let's see. Okay, I'm feeling called to mention this. I don't know who's coming through. I think it's one of my spirit guides. If you grew up as the black sheep of your family, you're a curse breaker, you're an abundance creator, you are here to, oh, I'm getting chills. You're here to basically like shed those ancestral chains, heal that ancestral baggage, heal those deep intergenerational trauma and wounds. A lot of us grew up in fucked up family dynamics where if you spoke the truth about what was going on, if you pointed out the dysfunction in the family, if you stood up to the narcissistic grandparents or parents and you were like, they said something, you know, super fucked up to you in public, and you went, you know what? I don't care what you think. I don't give a fuck what you think. And that just sent them into like this spiral, this like, oh my god, I call it like the evil spiral where they try to like publicly humiliate you. I'm like seeing so many orbs behind my camera right now. But yeah, like when you're growing up with basically your family just against you because they're so comfortable and they're benefiting from the dysfunction and you're a threat to their system. You're a threat to collapsing their bullshit. You're a threat to collapsing their facades and who they project out into to society, like who they pretend to be, right? But when they're behind closed doors with you, oh, they're a whole other animal to deal with, right? All of that abuse, that generational like familial abuse can really affect you, can affect your feminine energy, which directly affects your abundance, your ability to receive, your connection to money, your wealth consciousness. Okay. um I'm also feeling called to say this as well, which a lot of you who may be watching this live or after it's live, um, you might still have some veils over different streams of your consciousness around this subject. So come back to this video, rewatch it a couple of times, because eventually that veil is going to lift and you're going to be like, oh my God, everything you're saying makes so much sense. I feel like a lot of the times when we're listening to someone's advice or someone's life experience or someone else's perspective, and we haven't organically learned certain karmic lessons yet, we haven't organically drawn everything that our soul wanted to draw from that trauma. I call it wisdom, like trauma wisdom. We haven't absorbed all the trauma wisdom yet, and we're hearing other people talk about different things like this. It like goes past our head, and we're like, I don't get it. Like I don't understand like her perspective. I don't get what she means. And it's because you still need to go through some organic stuff in your journey, which is totally normal. It's totally normal. It's not a matter of right or wrong. It's just a matter of just simply being aware. And when the time is right and you hear this information, you're going to be like, oh my God, everything she's saying is clicking. It's clicking. It's making sense. So, and I say that because we all have our own unique ways of relating to information, of relating to life. And we all have our own unique lenses, our own unique soul journeys, soul traumas. So, yeah, anyways, I'm going to leave that there. Another reason why you could be having nerve issues is because you are an antenna, which means naturally your soul is just receiving. Could be 24/7, could be sometimes. Every soul is different. I can't speak for every soul, but one time I went to this medium and she told me, she said, Grayson, there's like a lot of high vibrational energies that are trying to come through you. There's a lot of beings that are trying to connect with you. She said, but the hole is like this big, like super tiny. I can't even make it with my finger. But anyways, she was saying how I needed to get into the practice of moving energy through me. And at the time, it didn't resonate with me because I was like, well, I know I need to move energy through me, but like, I don't know how, and I don't know why. And I needed to know the why and the how to fully understand it all. And like, just, I'm just somebody, I have to understand the why and the how and the origin of everything. So eventually I figured it out because we all have an energetic tube that runs through us, an energetic channel, if that's what you want to call it. And unfortunately, when we go through abuse, when we go through trauma, and we have a lot of nerve damage, a lot of nervous system trauma, that tube, I feel like it shrinks. It shrinks and it's like, I'm not letting anything else through me because I don't have the capacity to. And then when you start getting in the habit of moving high vibrational energy through you, you heal your nervous system, you start healing the different wounds that wounded your feminine energy. Your nervous system and your energy tube, your energy channel, it's going to be a lot more physically able and capable of handling higher vibrational energies and frequencies, connecting with beings of pure unconditional love. Okay, it's a lot, it's intense, and I'm just going to show you guys really quick what I do. So basically what I do is I sit crisscross applesauce in my meditation pyramid behind me. And I visualize this pure white light in the earth, and I draw it up, and I visually see it in my root, my sacral, my solar, and my heart chakra. And I take a breath in my heart chakra, and I go. And then when I'm ready, I move that energy up to my throat, my third eye, my crown, and my soul star, my 8th chakra above my head. And then I bring it down. I do the same thing. I go back down the chakras and back into the earth. I do that practice one more time, up and down, and then I connect basically to source. I connect to this energy of great love, and I bring down what my energy and my body can handle at this time intuitively, right? Sometimes I'll only do it once. Sometimes I'll do it 2 to 3 times. It just depends. I just listen to my body. So if you guys have no idea how many times you should do it, I highly recommend channeling yourself, doing the muscle testing that I showed you, tuning into your own body wisdom, using a pendulum, okay? Start to get comfortable channeling within, listening within, getting quieter and quieter and quieter with and getting more feeling more safe with silence. Okay. And the reason why a lot of us don't feel safe with silence and solitude is because our familiar is chaotic, it's loud, it's noisy, it's dysfunctional, it's toxic. And so when you still have those nervous system patterns, when you still have that energy, those wounds still in you, and you try to go immerse yourself into solitude, it's going to be a shock. You're going to be like, ah, you're going to be scared. You're going to be scared. It's going to freak you out because you're like, oh my God, I don't know what this is. I've never experienced this level of peace before in my life. Like, this is crazy. Um, and so, yeah, anyways, once you channel yourself, how much you should draw from this energy. So basically, I go, okay, I'm going to pull however much serves my highest good at this time. And then I imagine bringing that down through the eighth chakra, the seventh, sixth, fifth, fourth, third, second, first, and back into the earth. And I do that practice for about 4 minutes. So I will start a timer at the very beginning. And then usually, like the last minute, I will set the intention for the white light in the earth to magnetize all the energy that came through me, and I breathe into my heart and I sit in silence and solitude for that last minute. Okay. When you feel comfortable, you can definitely up your time with this meditation. Like you can go to 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm at the 5 minute range right now because I've been doing this practice for about, I think, 5 days in a row now, maybe 5 or 6. I don't know. But I feel like at the 15-day mark, I'm definitely going to up it for sure to maybe like 7 or 8 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to intuitively channel what is right for my journey. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Next thing, let's talk about how we can heal this nerve energy with secondary life force energy. So, there's 2 options. The first option is before you go to sleep at night, before your soul takes off and goes and travels different dimensions and stuff, set the intention to go visit the etheric surgeons who are vibrating at pure unconditional love, who embody pure intentions, to perform etheric surgery on you when you're sleeping. You can also set the intention to go visit medical bed technology on different planets, different star systems, wherever, right? You can ask your higher self to take you there. You can ask your spirit guides to take you there, your guardian angels to take you there. You can ask, ascended masters to take you there. Whatever you resonate with, whatever you feel comfortable with. Definitely try that out if it resonates. If it does resonate, skip this. Because like I said, every soul journey is different. So there's going to be things that resonate with you and things that don't. Totally okay. I just like to provide as many options as I can to help expand everyone else's own experiences. So the second thing is quantum healing codes. So I have an entire binder of quantum healing codes I came across back in like I think it was 2021 maybe. I know I was on YouTube and I saw this woman's comment, and she basically I don't know how she did it, but she attached this hyperlink of all the quantum codes, and something in my soul was like, you need to print all of these out. And so I did. And I printed them out and I made them into a binder. And basically, they're quantum healing codes. They're secondary life force energy to help assist you with energy healing. It's like Reiki, okay? Reiki, quantum healing codes, working with ascended masters, all of that allows you to have mercy on your energy. It allows you to have mercy on your physical body. So for a lot of severely wounded people, taking that route is very gentle and highly necessary for some souls' journeys. Okay. So I have a quantum code for you guys. And one of the things that was mentioned was that the quantum codes needed to be free, to be shared freely and not to charge people for them. And so I hella resonated with that. And so anyway, I'm going to read you guys the quantum healing code for neuropathy and nerve damage from all causes. So what you can do right now is you can say, I'm ready to receive with grace and ease. I accept whatever it is if you want to receive this healing. So So as I read this code, just, try to I know it's hard, but try your best to surrender and just breathe and try to receive this healing. Allow yourself to receive this healing, okay? And know that it's going to be for your highest good. Okay. Actually, guys, I'm feeling called to do this a different way. Okay. I'm just going to read you the code, and you guys can either write it down and choose to work with that energy or not. Up to you. It's up to your free will. Okay. All right. I'm going to read it slowly. That way you guys can write it down. Okay. So I'm just going to repeat what it was for again. It's for neuropathy and nerve damage from all causes. And here's the code 6 5 space 5 7 space 1 4 2. Use that number, that quantum healing code. Repeat it intuitively. If you feel called to only say it once, that's awesome. If you feel intuitively called to say it 3 times, maybe 5 times, awesome. Just listen to your body. Like I said, time and time again, I will repeat this. Every soul is different. Everyone's journey is different. So work with what works for you. And here's a reminder, have mercy on your energy. Okay. Have mercy. All right. Okay. And that's all I have to say about that question. Let me check and see if you guys posted, if anybody else posted questions on other videos. So we are at the 31-minute mark, and I don't see any new questions in the chat. Okay, let me see. Because if I don't see any new questions, I'm going to end it here. And then the next live Q&A, I'll have to check my planner, but I'm only doing 2 monthly. Let me see. OMG. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, cool. I think that is the only question for now, which is totally okay. Which means that'll be for other souls who gravitate towards my channel moving forward. Thank you so much to everybody who popped in live and was vibing out and enjoying my storytelling as always. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining this online community and participating in the growth of it. It really lights me up because the more internal work that we do, the more energy healing we perform on ourselves, that is going to project out into the world, into the planet, and it's going to start shifting our world as a collective externally very quickly. So this makes me so happy. So thank you guys so much for supporting me and just enjoying my vibe and enjoying my teachings and getting inspired, getting educated, feeling empowered. Yeah, if you guys are interested in my Psychic Sound Bath event, that is this Sunday, please head over to my website and RSVP. I decided to forego Meetup because that company is extremely low vibrational and they are thieves, so I don't resonate with them. I will not be interacting with them moving forward. And yeah. So anyways, no more Meetup. And so yeah, all Psychic Sound Bath events will be on my website moving forward permanently. And if you subscribe to the free Oracle Cast newsletter, you will get notified every Sunday with my new events and my new dates with that. And yeah, be sure to sign up for my free ebook if you haven't done that as well. Just go directly to my website at www.zenwithgrayson.com. the landing page is the first page that opens up, and it'll say, let's get started. You can fill out your information, and my automation will automatically send you the free ebook, and you can print it out. You can, I don't know if you can digitally like write in it. But yeah, I highly recommend printing it out and writing on it and stuff. So let's see, any other updates? Yeah, stay tuned for my Saturday YouTube video. We're going to be discussing relationships. Get prepared to come triggered. Get prepared to be triggered, which is a good thing. That conversation is going to spark a lot of emotional decoys. It is going to trigger a lot of trauma. It's going to trigger a lot of wounds. But no worries. As always, I'm here to help navigate and teach you guys how to empower yourselves, remove that out of your energy, and call back your natural frequency, help you step further into your authenticity and become comfortable with being uncomfortable with that excruciating vulnerability that comes with being your authentic self. And I'm going to help you guys get there. So it's a journey, but we're going to get through it. We're in this together. Okay. So yeah, I love you guys so much. And I'm going to end this stream here. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye for now.